I'm your host, Sigmund, and I'm excited to delve into this topic that has significant implications for our understanding of human thought, emotion, and behavior. So, what is overlearning? In everyday language, overlearning refers to the phenomenon where we continue to practice or rehearse a skill or task beyond the point of mastery. This can lead to a range of negative consequences, including decreased performance, burnout, and even decreased motivation. Why does this happen, and how can we avoid it? To answer these questions, let's take a step back and look at the theoretical background of overlearning. One of the key psychological theories that explains overlearning is the concept of the Yerkes-Dodson law. This law states that there is an optimal level of arousal or motivation for performing a task, and that exceeding this level can lead to decreased performance. In other words, too much practice or rehearsal can actually be counterproductive. Another important theory that relates to overlearning is the concept of cognitive load. This theory suggests that our brains have limited capacity for processing information, and that excessive practice or rehearsal can overwhelm this capacity, leading to decreased performance and increased mental fatigue. One classic study, published in the Journal of Experimental Psychology, Learning, Memory, and Cognition, found that participants who practiced a task to the point of mastery and then continued to practice beyond that point showed significant decreases in performance. This study demonstrates the overlearning effect, where additional practice beyond the point of mastery can actually lead to decreased performance. But overlearning isn't just limited to cognitive tasks. It can also occur in motor skills, such as sports or music. For example, a study published in the Journal of Sports Sciences found that athletes who practiced their sport to excess were more likely to experience burnout and decreased motivation. So, how can we apply our understanding of overlearning to real-world situations? One practical example is in education. Students who are preparing for exams or tests often feel pressure to practice excessively, but this can lead to burnout and decreased performance. By recognizing the signs of overlearning, students can take regular breaks, engage in activities unrelated to the task at hand, and find a healthier balance between study and rest. In therapeutic settings, understanding overlearning can also inform interventions for conditions like anxiety disorders or obsessive-compulsive disorder. Therapists might work with clients to identify areas where they're engaging in excessive practice or rumination and develop strategies to help them find a more balanced approach. This could involve techniques like mindfulness, self-compassion, or cognitive behavioral therapy to address underlying issues driving the overlearning behavior. Another important concept that relates to overlearning is the idea of incubation. Incubation refers to the process of taking a break from a task or problem and allowing our unconscious mind to work on it in the background. Research has shown that incubation can actually improve performance and enhance creativity, as our unconscious mind continues to work on the problem even when we're not actively focusing on it. For example, a study published in the Journal of Creative Behavior found that participants who took a break from a creative task and engaged in an unrelated activity showed significant improvements in their creative performance compared to those who continued to work on the task without a break. As we conclude our exploration of overlearning, I want to leave you with a thought-provoking insight. While it's essential to strive for mastery and excellence, it's equally important to recognize when we've reached the point of diminishing return. By acknowledging the signs of overlearning and finding a balance between practice and rest, we can cultivate a more nuanced understanding of ourselves and the world around us. In fact, research has shown that taking regular breaks and engaging in activities unrelated to the task at hand can actually improve performance and enhance creativity. So, the next time you find yourself practicing a skill or rehearsing a presentation, remember that there's a fine line between mastery and overlearning. By being mindful of this balance, you can optimize your learning, improve your performance, and maintain a healthy and fulfilling relationship with the tasks and activities you engage in. That's all for today's Psych with Sigmund. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, may your ego find balance between pleasure and reality.